In the glittering, neon-soaked heart of Las Vegas, where fortunes are won and lost in the blink of an eye, two of the city's most powerful empires found themselves under attack. But this wasn't an armed robbery. There were no masks, no guns, no getaway cars. The perpetrators were thousands of miles away, armed with nothing more than a keyboard, a phone, and a chilling understanding of human nature. This is the story of Scattered Spider, a new breed of criminal that didn't break into their targets. They simply logged in. And in doing so, they brought one of the world's most resilient cities to a standstill. The silence began in September 2023. At MGM Resorts International, the hum of commerce stopped. Slot machines went dark, hotel key cards ceased to function, and the digital nervous system of the entire company was brought to its knees. This wasn't a heist of cash, it was a brazen display of power, a crippling attack that transformed a digital intrusion into a physical catastrophe. The cost of this operational chaos was staggering, more than $100 million in lost revenue for MGM. But the story wasn't just about the chaos, it was about the ransom and the contrasting decisions made in the aftermath. Caesars Entertainment, facing a similar digital heist, chose a different path. To prevent the complete exfiltration of sensitive customer data, including social security numbers, Caesars reportedly gave the criminals what they wanted. They paid a $15 million ransom, a fraction of the $30 million the group initially demanded. It was a calculated decision to save themselves from a far more damaging public relations crisis. In stark contrast, MGM refused to pay. They chose to work with law enforcement and dedicate their resources to restoring their systems from the ground up, utilizing their backups and the labor of their IT teams. Their stand came at a steep price, but it was a refusal to bow to the criminals' demands. These two parallel attacks and the wildly different corporate responses reveal everything you need to know about the brazen nature and immense financial power of the group behind them. But who were they? To understand Scattered Spider, you can't look at a map. You have to look online. A sprawling, decentralized, and often chaotic online ecosystem known simply as the community, or the Calm. This wasn't a single gang. It was a subculture where factions emerged and dissolved as if they are made of liquid. Scattered Spider was just one of the most visible names to rise from this digital primordial soup. Its members were a new breed of criminal, young, fluent in English, and active primarily in the United States and the United Kingdom. The roots of this collective can be traced back to 2019, with teenagers initially focused on hijacking Instagram accounts for a quick profit. Their methods were not based on technical wizardry, but on a more timeless and effective weapon: social manipulation. They quickly evolved from small-scale credential theft into a sophisticated, multi-layered criminal enterprise. This was a group that wasn't interested in breaking firewalls. They learned your company's internal language and used it against you. They were a threat that didn't need a special computer code or a zero-day vulnerability. They just needed to exploit a human vulnerability: trust. As law enforcement began to unravel this digital web, faces began to emerge from the shadows. The first high-profile arrest was that of Noah Michael Urban, a 20-year-old from Florida. He was a core member of the Calm and a key player in the group's early activities, operating under the aliases King Bob, Sosa, and Gustavo Fring. Urban was directly linked to a series of SIM swapping attacks that stole at least $800,000 in cryptocurrency from 5 victims. But his case would provide the world with a perfect illustration of the collective's breathtaking ego. After his arrest, a co-conspirator attempted a brazen act to help him. They called an outside contractor for the court system, and by impersonating the judge handling Urban's case, they requested a password change. The contractor, following what they believed to be a legitimate request, complied. The password was changed, and the hacker gained access to the judge's email to steal a copy of Urban's sealed indictment. The audacity of the crime backfired. U.S. District Judge Harvey E. Schlesinger cited the incident as a contributing factor when he sentenced Urban to a 10-year prison term, exceeding the prosecutor's recommendation of 8 years. It was a stunning consequence that showed the group's bold tactics had a real-world price that must be paid. But the manhunt was just beginning. In June 2024, Spanish authorities, in conjunction with the FBI, arrested the alleged leader of the collective, Tyler Robert Buchanan, as he attempted to board a flight to Italy from Palma de Mallorca. He is believed to be the architect behind some of the group's most damaging attacks. In September 2025, 2 more members fell. 19-year-old Talha Jubair and 18-year-old Owen Flowers were arrested in the United Kingdom for their roles in the group's crimes. The list of their alleged crimes is staggering. U.S. prosecutors have charged Jubair with orchestrating attacks that led to more than $115 million in ransom payments. He is also alleged to have been a core member of the notorious Lapsus Group, tying him to breaches at Microsoft, Nvidia, and Uber. He used many aliases to obscure his identity, including Amtrak, Asyntax, and Earth to Star. Scattered Spider's success wasn't about technical hacking, it was about human manipulation. Their signature move was a well-crafted con, often starting with extensive reconnaissance on platforms like LinkedIn to profile high-value targets. Then came the vishing or voice phishing. They would impersonate an IT help desk or a third-party vendor, convincing an employee to give them their credentials or perform an action that granted them access. They didn't need to break in. They just learned a company's internal tools and language, then weaponized them against the company itself, often getting help desk staff to circumvent their process by being convincing and likable. And for the companies that had implemented multi-factor authentication, the hackers had an answer: MFA fatigue. After obtaining a user's password, the group would flood their phone with repeated MFA push notifications. The hope was that in a moment of frustration or confusion, the employee would simply click accept to make the incessant notifications stop, inadvertently handing over the keys to the kingdom. This was a chillingly simple method that bypassed one of the most critical security defenses. Once inside, Scattered Spider continued to use deceit. They lived off the land, using legitimate pre-installed tools like AnyDesk and LogMeIn to move around the network. Their malicious activity blended in, making it incredibly difficult to detect. This was a group that wasn't just good at hacking. They were masters of deception, able to monitor a victim company's own incident response calls in real time and adjust their tactics on the fly. In the wake of these high-profile arrests, the Scattered Spider Collective and its affiliates made a dramatic announcement. They were going dark. In a letter posted to a cybercrime forum, they claimed their objectives had been fulfilled and they were stepping away from the game. But security analysts were not convinced. They widely believe it was a calculated ruse, a deception designed to muddy attribution and throw law enforcement off their trail. Their skepticism was well-founded. Despite the arrests of key figures, the group's operations appear to have remained largely unhindered. Following their purported retirement, they were seen launching new campaigns, targeting financial services, cloud platforms, and major retailers. This persistence reveals the true nature of the threat. Scattered Spider isn't a traditional top-down organization that collapses when a leader is removed. It's a fluid network of interconnected individuals who can absorb losses and continue to operate, with new members filling the void of those who have been apprehended. The story of Scattered Spider is a powerful and unsettling narrative for the digital age. It's a stark reminder that the greatest threat to modern organizations isn't always a technical vulnerability, but a human one. By exploiting human trust and weaponizing an organization's own processes, this group has proven one thing beyond a shadow of a doubt: identity is the new perimeter. And until companies and individuals alike learn to defend it, the threat will continue to persist, waiting to simply log in.